So your brain is lying to you. It's keeping you in a loop of anxious thoughts, the endless worries, the overthinking, over and over and over. But the good news is I am going to show you today how to reset this and how to let these go in just 60 seconds. Yes, you heard it right, in just 1 minute. Because this is for you. And I've been there, many of us have been there, that overthinking. And sometimes it seems to always happen in the middle of the night where we wake up, go to the bathroom or turn over, and then those thoughts just keep pounding at us. They come out of nowhere, and the weirdest things keep you up in the middle of the night. They might have been any of these questions or any of these thoughts that just keep going over and over. Things like, why did my colleague get praise from my boss today but not me? What did I do wrong? Why didn't I get that to-do list done? Why are my jokes not funny? Why do I keep forgetting things? Why did my partner pause before answering me? Why did that email not come through? There's so many that we can think about, and they just go over and over in our head. Most of the time, our thoughts, it's said that we have 60 to 80 thoughts in a day, though more recent research has shown around 6,200. Whatever it is, huge amount. Most of these are on repeat. Most of these are negative, and most of them are simply not true. So you are not alone in your overthinking and over worrying. It's about recognizing those thoughts and then having a reset. Many of the time we are talking to ourselves like a worst enemy. Would you talk to your friend in the way that you talk to yourself sometime? That constant person that's sitting on your shoulder, talking. You're not good enough. You can't do this. You're hopeless. What were you thinking? You're not funny. You're not lovable. You're not worthy. You're not enough. And it just keeps going on and on and on. So why do you actually need this? Because overthinking is just stealing your time. It's stealing your energy. It's keeping you in that downward spiral. It's in a way, it's like you get one little negative thought or one little seed in your mind, and then you start a snowball. It's like it's going down the hill and it's gathering faster and faster and faster. And you start going on little tangents of all the things that are not true and that will probably never eventuate as well. So it's really important to stop it in its tracks, because it's not just going to keep you awake in the middle of the night for a couple minutes. Maybe even not even 30 minutes. Sometimes it will be for hours and hours. And I know, as a former overthinker and, used to go on some amazing tangents, and it also used to keep me in indecision. So say there was two forks in the road, I'd start the little seed of, should I go on this direction? And as I started going that direction, then I thought of all the things that I shouldn't do, all the things of why I shouldn't go down on this track. And just kept getting more and more absurd as I kept going along. That snowball kept rolling. And then I thought, okay, well, I'll go on this tangent, this direction, this decision. And then I'd start to add all the layers of why I couldn't go on that way. So I was stuck in fear. I was like a deer in headlights. Now, this was not only making me not make decisions and keep me in that state of fear, but I was missing out on lots of opportunities, and it was wasting my time. Not sure about you, but when you have indecision in your life, you actually feel not just mentally drained, but physically drained as well. So it's really important to have that stop and just notice what your mind is doing, what your thoughts are doing. So as I mentioned before, we have up to maybe 60 or 80,000 thoughts in a day. Some people, or more recent research has said it's 6,200. Either way, a lot of thoughts in your mind. And if one of those thoughts that's on negative repeat keeps going and going and going, there's not many chances for that positive thought to come in. So there's lots of different ways that I talk about in my upcoming book, the 1 Minute Reset, and also the app that's just about to be launched as well, the 1 Minute Reset app, of all the ways that you can disrupt this negative spiral, to stop that snowball that's just getting out of control and getting bigger and bigger. And some of the easiest ways that you can do that is just notice when you have got those thoughts going out of your head and that you're talking like a worst enemy instead of a best friend. You're pulling yourself down rather than lifting you up. So if you want, you can give that negative chatter, that negative person that's always chatting to you, the worst enemy rather than the best friend, a name. You could call it Fred, or you could call it Susie. I don't know. Just call it a name that's just telling it to stop and go away. And you could even just use the word stop. That works as well. And then you could ask yourself, is this true? Chances are it is not true. So the things that you're worried about, is it true that that's actually going to happen? Very, very unlikely. So notice what you're thinking about. Use a name if you want, and just say stop. Ask if it's true. And then if you need to, you can replace with a more positive frame of mind. So you could head down a different path. I like to also add just some few deep, slow breaths. So just that breathing in through the nose and that breathing out through the mouth. And why you do this? Because it helps to lower the cortisol levels. It helps to stop that stress hormones in your body, and it helps you take control of your mind and your physical body in a real fast way. So it's a super easy way to crush stress. So let's think about that in 1 minute. You notice what your mind's doing, how you're talking, whether it's chatting away to you in a negative or positive way. If it is, you can give it a name or just tell it to stop and ask, is it true? Very much likely to be not true. And then if you want to, add some deep, slow breaths and think about which direction you could go to create it in a more positive way. So this is so important to do because you spend, most of your time thinking. It's very hard to just say, I'm going to let go of those thoughts. It pretty much won't happen unless you meditate for hours and hours and hours on end. But even when you meditate, it's not about actually stopping the thoughts. It's about noticing those thoughts and letting go of the ones that are not serving you. So you can think of those thoughts as the clouds on a blue sky, and you're slowly starting to clear the clouds away. Or the clouds that do go past, you're like, that's a beautiful cloud. Let it keep going and floating past. So if you want more tools like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, because I'll be doing lots more 1 minute reset under 60 seconds to help you crush stress and take back control of your life. And also, if you want information all about the upcoming book 1 minute reset, booking me for a speaker all about 1 minute reset, especially in the corporate workplaces, or the 1 minute reset app, which will be coming very soon to your mobile phone. Don't forget to check out the information below. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next video.